shouldn't take more than like 20 minutes or so. It should be good. That's a joke. When Mr. Harrison called me several months ago to tell me I was inducted into the Hall of Fame, I can't tell you how proud I was. This is truly an honor. My parents moved away from here when I was a freshman in college, and most of my Southern Lehigh friends are scattered around the country. And because of that, I really don't have a lot of reasons to come back to Coopersburg, Center Valley. So if you remember all these years later, it really does mean the world to me. I really do appreciate it. I'm also proud to join Sue Kozolnicki and Noel Lamontagne, two other Southern Lehigh grads, who also went on to the University of Virginia and had good athletic careers there, who are in the Hall of Fame. I think that's kind of cool that we have 3 Spartans and Cavaliers up there. As a 9th grade football coach at Penn Manor, I'm on the sideline. Penn Manor is the high school in Millersville in Lancaster County. I'm on the sideline during varsity games on Friday nights, and one of our favorite traditions as a coaching staff is after games, we always make a short walk back to Penn Manor High School from Millersville Stadium where we play our games. And we go right in, rip open our laptops, and we check out the scores of other games. Anybody who's ever played sport, you always know you want to know what's happening in all the other games. And after we check out the other games in the Lancaster Lebanon League, I always immediately check to see how Southern Lehigh did. And every single Friday night, I tell the other people on our coaching staff the score of the Southern Lehigh game. And I don't think they care at all, but I tell them anyway. But, I may be a stranger to most of you, but, I read your scores. I check your games. I know names like Jack Del Prior or Priore or whatever it is, and Colin Kendrick and others who perform well. I read about you. You'd be amazed how much we older people still continue to follow what goes on here. I realize many of you are looking forward to getting out of high school and starting the next chapter of your lives, but I promise you guys, you will spend many of the next chapters of your lives looking back on what you did here at Southern Lehigh. And as time passes, you'll be so glad that you got to go to a good high school that doesn't have a million problems, that doesn't have all those things you read about in the paper happening regularly. You guys are very, very lucky to grow up in a community like this and to go to a school like this. You'll appreciate it someday, believe it or not. You may not realize it now, but your teachers and coaches have impacted you way more than you realize. And they impacted me so much. I see Mr. Dork sitting out there. He talked to me in the middle school one day, and because of that conversation, I played football. I wouldn't have played football if not for that. I became a history teacher, largely because of how much I liked my history classes here, notably those taught by a cross-country coach named Brian Sauerwein. Oh, is he here? Holy cow. Probably doesn't even remember me, but a motorcycle fanatic named Richard Ganida, and especially a JV softball coach named Michael Mahalo, who I believe has passed away, if I'm correct about that. That's why I'm a history teacher today. And while I never had Brian Neff for history class, I still at baseball practice, I still do drills with my baseball team that I saw Mr. Neff do with his softball team. Oh, you're here too, huh? All right, and, you have to realize, the impact is great. In future years, many of you will coach Little League Baseball, midget football, and other youth sports, and I know you'll carry with you the lessons you learned from people like Todd Miller and John Tobin and Bob Schaefer and, of course, Mr. Neff. But I have so many memories of this place. I remember Mrs. Neff. Is Mrs. Neff here? She's still the secretary? I remember Mrs. Neff on the day of our senior prom pulling me out of class to inform me that my prom date was in the hospital getting her appendix out. So, not all the memories are wonderful. I never did go to the prom. I'll never forget pitching against Liberty High School in districts. We were in the same class in those days. And with the Virginia coach in attendance, beating the Hurricanes 1-0 in 8 innings. Still one of the sports highlights of my life. And as long as I live, I'll still be able to hear the cadence of the drums as the band marched to the middle school for the football games. And I'll never forget, I stopped there on the way here today, Lineport Stadium. After playing 4 years in the ACC, Lineport Stadium is still the coolest baseball field in America as far as I'm concerned. But like I said, as I finish up, life has taken me away from the Lehigh Valley, but I still think of this area a lot. And I'm so honored that people here remember me all these years later. And I'm just so tickled that my smiling 18-year-old face will always be hanging in the hallway. It's so awesome. I love it. my role as a teacher and coach at Penn Manor, I'm a Comet. And I'll always be a Virginia Cavalier as well. But it all started right here at Southern Lehigh, and I'm proud to say I'll always be a Spartan. Thank you.